Hello everyone, and welcome back to Juris Talk, where law is made simple. Today's video is all about a very important piece of legislation, the Sale of Goods Act, 1930. This act forms the backbone of commercial law in India, especially in contracts involving the buying and selling of goods. Let's go step by step and understand this act in detail. Introduction. What is the Sale of Goods Act, 1930? The Sale of Goods Act came into force on the 1st of July 1930 and was originally a part of the Indian Contract Act, 1872, but later separated due to its commercial importance. It deals specifically with contracts where goods are bought and sold, the rights and duties of buyers and sellers, and what happens when something goes wrong in the transaction. Section 4. Contract of Sale. A contract of sale happens when one party agrees to sell goods to another for a price. There are two kinds of sale. Sale, ownership of goods is transferred immediately. Agreement to sell, ownership will transfer later, upon certain conditions being fulfilled. Section 6. Types of goods. The Act talks about three types of goods: existing goods, already in possession of the seller; future goods, yet to be acquired or manufactured; contingent goods, depend on an uncertain event, like crop yield. Sections 9 and 10. Price. The price can be fixed in the contract, left to be decided later, or based on a reasonable market rate. If no price is mentioned, the buyer must pay a reasonable price. Sections 11 to 17. Conditions and warranties. In every contract, there are two types of terms. Conditions, essential to the contract. If broken, the buyer can reject the goods. Warranties, minor terms. If breached, the buyer can only claim damages. Implied conditions and warranties include: goods must match the description. Goods must be of merchantable quality. Goods should be fit for purpose. Sale by sample must match the sample provided. Sections 18 to 30. Transfer of ownership. Ownership, also called property in goods, is transferred as per the intention of the parties. Important point: once ownership is transferred, the risk also passes to the buyer, even if goods are not delivered yet. Sections 31 to 44. Duties of buyer and seller. The seller's duty is to deliver the goods. The buyer's duty is to accept the goods and pay for them. The Act also explains where delivery takes place, when it should happen, who bears the delivery cost. Sections 45 to 54. Rights of an unpaid seller. If the buyer doesn't pay, the seller becomes an unpaid seller and gets these rights. Right of Lien, keep the goods until paid. Right of stoppage in transit, stop goods in transit. Right of resale, sell goods to someone else. Also, the seller can sue the buyer for the price or for breach of contract. Sections 55 to 61. Remedies for breach. If buyer breaches, the seller can claim the price, claim damages, cancel the contract. If seller breaches, the buyer can claim damages, demand specific performance through court. There is also a concept of anticipatory breach, where one party declares in advance that they won't fulfill the contract. Section 64. Auction sales. Each lot in an auction is a separate contract. Sale is complete when the auctioneer's hammer falls. The seller can reserve the right to bid. If it's a without reserve auction, the seller can't bid. Case law. Here are some major case references. Gannon Dinkley and Company vs. State of Madras, important for defining what constitutes a sale. Kadambath Krishna Pillai vs. State of Kerala, helped distinguish between a contract for sale and a contract for work. Conclusion. Why is this act important? The Sale of Goods Act, 1930 is a foundation for business transactions, a tool for protecting buyer and seller rights, and a guide to fair and lawful commerce in India. Whether you are a law student, CLAT aspirant, or business owner, understanding this act is crucial for success. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, drop your questions in the comments, share it with your friends or classmates, and don't forget to subscribe to Juris Talk for more such law-related content in simple language. Stay tuned and keep learning. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Jaya Hind.